Ever looked at a celebrity's insane transformation and thought, how in the world did they do that? Well, here's the secret. Most of them aren't going it alone. Behind those jaw-dropping physiques are some of the world's top bodybuilders. So, what happens when Hollywood's elite teams up with bodybuilding legends? And more importantly, could you handle their level of training? Number 6. Sylvester Stallone and Franco Columbo. Sylvester Stallone and Franco Columbo weren't just workout buddies, they were lifelong friends. Stallone, one of Hollywood's biggest action stars, is best known for his roles in Rocky and Rambo, which required him to stay in peak physical condition. Getting that shredded for roles like Rocky Balboa, where he had to look strong and agile, wasn't easy. That's where Franco Columbo, one of the most respected bodybuilders of all time, stepped in to help. Franco Columbo, a two-time Mr. Olympia and close friend of Arnold Schwarzenegger, was a legend in his own right. Standing at just 5'5", Columbo may have had a compact frame, but he packed serious power. Known for his incredible strength, he dominated both bodybuilding and powerlifting. His friendship with Stallone kicked off in the late 1970s, and the two quickly began training together. Their workouts were nothing short of brutal, mixing resistance training, boxing drills, and bodyweight exercises in grueling sessions. Stallone credited Columbo with keeping him in top shape throughout his career. Their training intensity became legendary in Hollywood, with Stallone even joking in interviews that Franco's workouts nearly killed him. But that level of intensity is exactly what kept Stallone performing at his best for decades. Number 5. Terry Crews and C.T. Fletcher. Next up is the powerhouse duo of Terry Crews and C.T. Fletcher. Bringing together two giants of fitness, this collaboration was all about pushing limits. Terry Crews, known for his ripped physique and high-energy roles in Brooklyn Nine-Nine and The Expendables, has always been in great shape, thanks to his days as an NFL player. But when Cruz teamed up with C.T. Fletcher, it was all about one thing: intensity. C.T. Fletcher isn't just a legendary bodybuilder, he's a former powerlifting champion and motivational powerhouse. Known for his no-nonsense, push-you-to-your-limits approach, Fletcher is the kind of trainer who doesn't accept excuses. Terry Crews, always ready for a challenge, teamed up with Fletcher to take his workouts to a whole new level. The reason Cruz sought out Fletcher was simple: he wanted to push beyond what he thought was possible. Cruz wasn't just after size or aesthetics, he was chasing raw strength and power. Fletcher's training style is famously brutal, focusing on heavy lifting, high-rep sessions, and building mental toughness. He is all about mind over matter, pushing the body to places it's never been. Number 4. Busta Rhymes and Kai Greene. Next on our list is an unexpected yet fascinating duo. If you know anything about these two, you'll understand why this partnership was all about pushing the limits. Busta Rhymes, the rapper behind hits like Break Your Neck and Touch It, wasn't always the shredded figure we see today. A few years back, Busta hit a point where he knew he needed a major transformation. While he'd always been familiar with fitness, years of touring and a crazy schedule had taken a toll, and he wanted to get into the best shape of his life. Enter Kai Greene. For those unfamiliar, Kai Greene is an IFBB pro bodybuilder, known not only for his jaw-dropping size but also for his relentless work ethic. At 5'8" and weighing around 300 pounds in his off-season, Kai is the definition of a mass monster. But beyond his size, Kai's approach to bodybuilding is all about mental toughness and pushing your limits. So how did Busta and Kai connect? Busta knew he needed more than just your average trainer. He needed someone who understood discipline at the highest level. The results spoke for themselves. Busta shed serious weight, built muscle, and reached a level of fitness that had everyone buzzing. Kai's approach wasn't just about lifting weights. He dialed in Busta's nutrition, cardio, and recovery, creating a full-circle program that made all the difference. Number 3. James Harden and Mike Rashid. Next up is another epic collaboration, this time between NBA star James Harden and bodybuilder Mike Rashid. It's not every day you see a basketball player training with a bodybuilder, but this partnership shows just how much crossover there can be between different sports and bodybuilding. James Harden, one of the NBA's most talented scorers and famous for his deadly step-back three-pointer, decided to up his fitness game by teaming up with Mike Rashid. At 6'5", Harden already had the frame to dominate on the court, but he wanted to build more muscle and take his strength and conditioning to the next level. Mike Rashid isn't just any bodybuilder, he's a former pro boxer, entrepreneur, and fitness influencer with a reputation for pushing limits. Harden, known for his relentless work ethic on the court, found Rashid's approach to be the perfect match for what he was looking for. So why did Harden pick Rashid? Simple, Harden wanted to get stronger without sacrificing his agility and quickness. Rashid's training focuses on explosive strength, high-intensity intervals, and a blend of power and speed work. This helped Harden pack on muscle while staying sharp and quick on the court. Number 2, Dr. Dre and C.T. Fletcher. Now let's get into Dr. Dre and C.T. Fletcher. Dr. Dre, the genius behind albums like The Chronic and 2001, is as dedicated to his fitness as he is to his music. Who better to push him than the one and only C.T. Fletcher? Terry Cruz was not the only lucky one. As Dr. Dre got older, he became more focused on staying healthy and fit, making sure he could keep up with the demands of being a legendary producer. That's where C.T. Fletcher stepped in. Maybe it was Fletcher's iconic catchphrase, "It's still your motherfucking set," that fired up Dre, because that's exactly the kind of motivation he needed. Dre reached out to CT because he wanted to elevate his training, and if there's anyone who can push you to your limits, it's Fletcher. But Dre wasn't just looking for physical gains. He wanted to build mental toughness and discipline. With CT's intense life experiences, including overcoming major heart surgery, he was the perfect person to help Dre hit those goals. Number 1. Carl Weathers and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Finally, we're closing with one of the most legendary Hollywood duos. If you're an action movie fan, you know these two starred together in the classic Predator. But what you might not know is that their friendship extended off-screen, and a lot of that time was spent together in the gym. Carl Weathers, best known for his iconic role as Apollo Creed in the Rocky series, always had an impressive athletic build. As a former NFL player, he was no stranger to intense physical training. But when he teamed up with Arnold Schwarzenegger, already a bodybuilding legend and 7-time Mr. Olympia, Weathers took his workouts to a whole new level. The two met while preparing for Predator, where they played tough-as-nails soldiers. Both needed to look the part, and standing next to Arnold with his legendary physique was no small task. Weathers didn't want to be outshined by Arnold's massive biceps, so he hit the gym with extra focus. Training alongside Arnold, he picked up some of Arnold's bodybuilding secrets, helping him bulk up and get shredded for the role. Arnold's influence on Carl went beyond just workout tips. He also taught Weathers about discipline and living a healthy lifestyle. Even after Predator, their friendship stayed strong, and they would occasionally train together, swapping stories and workout routines like old pals. If you could work out with any bodybuilding legend, who would it be? Let us know in the comments. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more.